What is up? What is good, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Dragon Ball Daima Episode 5 review stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about everything that happened in Episode 5, what it means for Episode 6, which, by the way, I have not seen Episode 6 yet. Do not spoil it for me. I know it's been out for a few days now. It's been out for a couple of days now. Do not spoil it for me. I did not want to see it until I got this review out for episode 5 because I did not want my thoughts on episode 6 to become mingled with my thoughts on episode 5 and to change the review. So please do not spoil it in the chat while we do this live stream. All right, there we go. Now, also, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Daima, the English dub did come out last week, and I went to theaters to see it. I will be doing not a live stream. I'm going to do a separate video. I'm going to do a separate video giving my thoughts on that and the return of Goku's English voice actress who hasn't done it in 15 years or something. I'll get my thoughts on that. Kid Goku's English voice actress, I should say. I'm going to do that in a separate video that will be coming out later this week. So this stream is just going to focus solely on episode 5 of Dragon Ball Daima. And that's it. That's all we're doing tonight. So we're going to be streaming for, 45 minutes to an hour. It's going to be a quick stream. And then after I'm done with this, I'm going to leave you guys, you beautiful people, and I'm going to go watch episode 6. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to do a live stream review of episode 6. And then we'll be caught up for episode 7, which should be coming out this Friday. All right. So, trying to get caught up on Daima. So, Dragon Ball Daima Episode 5. Really interesting stuff here. And I am going to talk a little bit about the English dub. Premiere. Because Dragon Ball Daima Episode 5, in my opinion, just in my personal opinion, kind of wraps up like the first subplot of this overall story, this overall narrative. And that is that you had Goku, you had Glorio, you had the Supreme Kai all going to the demon realm for one purpose. For a few reasons, actually, I should say. To find Dende, obviously, to get themselves turned back into adults. But one of the main subplots, one of the main things that they've been striving for is to meet the king of the third demon world, King, what was his name? Kadan, I believe it was. I'll look it up here in a second. But in order to meet him, right? And in this episode 5, they actually do get to meet him. They do get to interact with him. And there's some stuff that is slowly being revealed here. And you see the subtitle of the review. Glorio is sus. Yo, Glorio is mad sus. Now, here's the thing. I've talked about this in Katie's stream when we talk about Daima. I'll talk about it again here. I personally believe that Glorio is obviously hiding some secrets. Obviously is probably I guess you could say somewhat of a morally gray character in the sense that he's not being upfront 100% honest. And to me, that's fairly obvious. I don't think anybody would argue that. But ultimately, I think Glorio is going to end up being a good guy. I think Glorio, because here's the thing. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff in Daima. I think ultimately Glorio is going to end up being the Han Solo of this story. Now, speaking of Star Wars, we have on screen right now, fist bumping Goku. That, of course, being Pansy, who we got introduced to in the last episode as this mysterious vigilante character fighting King Goma's troops. Pansy is a very interesting character, and I honestly didn't see this coming. I thought she might be somewhat bratty given her age because she's supposed to be a kid, but then again, she's they reveal in this episode that demons live for 1,000 years on average, and she's only 82. So in terms of demon time, she's actually a kid, straight up. She is a kid. So I was expecting her to be a little bit bratty, But no, as we saw in last episode, and as we see in this episode, she's actually pretty damn mature for her age, in all honesty. In fact, she's a little bit, she kind of reminds me of Bulma in some ways. Like, she's very tech savvy. We learned that, like, she's very tech savvy. But she's also got kind of a, almost like a Videl type of thing going on, I guess you could say, to where she's got kind of a heroic streak. And it's like a combination of Bulma and Videl. And I'm not going to lie, I'm digging it. Like, I like her character. I'm digging it. So her and Goku like hit it off fast, man. Like they really just click like that. And as we find out later, when they actually get to meet her father, King, I got to look up his name. Am I saying it right? King Kadon. Again, it's been like 2 weeks since I've seen this episode. King Kadon Daima. Yeah, Kadon. All right. So, yeah, King Kadon. There we go. I had to look that up. So they go to meet King Kadon, and we find out that not only is Glorio working with Kadon, now that's a very important distinction. All right, that's a very important distinction here. Before, Glorio was saying that he was working for King Kadon, that it was King Kadon that was interested in Goku, that it was King Kadon that sent Glorio to the demon world. We find out in this episode, no. It's actually not. It was actually, yeah, right here's a picture of King Kadon. Yeah, right, here we go. All right. So, no, it was actually Glorio that went to King Kadon and suggested that they recruit Goku and the others. So Kadon, it doesn't even look like Kadon was even aware of who Goku was until Glorio informed him of who Goku was, which is not what Glorio told us when we first met him in episode 2. He was saying that he was under orders from King Kadon. So Glorio is already mad sus. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, we find out why Kadon wants Goma to be overthrown, because Goma is a prick. Goma needs to be overthrown. He's going to be a tyrant. And Kadon wants to become the new Demon King. And he's, I would assume, is going to have a much more merciful rule. That he's not going to be as tyrannical, would be my guess. I don't think there will be SS4. Yo, what's up, Andrew? I don't think there will be SS4. We will get a new fusion via the fusion bugs. Why can't it be both? I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's probably going to be both. I think it could be both. We get a new Super Saiyan 4 type of form, and then we get a fusion. Because that's the thing. It could be a callback to both Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I don't think those things are mutually exclusive. So yeah, like Glorio's already like mad sus. Like Glorio is all get out sus. It's actually kind of crazy how sus that Glorio is at this point. Because he is, and like the Supreme Kai knows. The Supreme Kai has been giving Glorio the side eye this entire time. It's like, there's something about you. There's something I don't like, man. There's something about you. So ultimately, I do think Glorio is going to end up being a good guy. I think he's going to be the Han Solo type of character, but he's clearly hiding something. All right. And he's not being completely honest, because if he was being completely honest, then King Kadon would have known who Goku is, why he's here, how powerful Goku is. No, it's Glorio that wanted to recruit Goku. It's Glorio that approached King Kadon and recommended they recruit Goku to fight Goma. So Glorio, and the question is Glorio, what is Glorio's goal? What is he working after? What does he want? Is he working for himself? Is he actually working for somebody else? Because it's pretty obvious at this point he's not working for King Kadon. He's working with King Kadon. So who is he working for? I've heard some people say it could be Dr. Arenzu. It could be Dr. Arenzu. I've heard that theory being thrown out there. Again, I haven't seen the latest episode. As soon as I'm done with this stream, I'm going to go watch it, and we're going to do a live review of the episode tomorrow. But I've heard some theories out there that he might be working with Dr. Arenzu. We'll see. Because she's a very mysterious character, too. We've not seen her since the first episode. We don't know what she's up to. We know she went to Universe 7, to Earth, but we don't really know anything beyond that. Shyamalan plot twist, Glorio is the main villain the whole time. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be Glorio. And the thing is, I don't think it's going to be Goma either. To me, that's too obvious. It could be Dr. Arenzu. Like she like, because that's the thing. No, I have not seen the latest episode, so do not spoil anything. The reason I wanted to do this live stream, the reason I haven't seen the episode is because I wanted to review this episode first, and I didn't want my viewing of episode 6 to affect my thoughts on this episode. So I'm going to stream for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'm going to go watch the new episode, and I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow to review it. All right, that's my plan. So Roland, do not spoil that shit for me, bro. Do not do it. So yeah, Glorio's mad sus. And I've also heard some theories. Excuse me. I've also heard some theories that, and I thought I saw a thumbnail here. Yeah, right here. I've heard some theories that what may end up happening here is that Toriyama may be trying to introduce his own version of Mira and Toa, and that Glorio may be the canon version of Mira, and Dr. Arenzu may be like the canon version of Toa, who, if you don't know who those characters are, they are characters from the Dragon Ball Xenoverse games, but they were also part of Dragon Ball Online. Now, a lot of people don't know what Dragon Ball Online is. Dragon Ball Online was a MMO that was set up 2010, I want to say. It's defunct now. It doesn't exist anymore. But it had like its own lore. It took place like, I think 200 years in the future or something like that. And like 200 years after the fight with Kid Buu. 200 years in the future. And like it had its own like history for like Goku and the other Z fighters. Like Gohan became like this scholar who like studied ki and like taught people different aspects of ki, which I think is pretty cool. Tien started his own martial arts school. Goku and Vegeta had probably the most metal ending that we've seen for those characters ever, man. Like Vegeta and Goku knew that they were getting old and they were going to die soon. And instead of living in old age, they left Earth, they went off to some distant galaxy, and they had a battle to the death. And there was a supernova seen from Earth that was the result of their fight to the death. That's metal as fuck, dude. Oh my God. That's wild. Of course, none of that is canon anymore. But originally, Mira and Toa were introduced in Dragon Ball Online. Later on, they became the main villains of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Now, they've never been seen in any sort of official animation. They've always been a part of the video game. So they've never been in like Super or anything like that. And a lot of people are saying, well, this Glorio could be like, because there are some like physical similarities between Glorio and Mira. Like you see them right here. You can see the similarities. So this may be like Toriyama's version of Toa and Mira. Like Dr. Rensu is his Toa and Glorio is his Mira, and they may be working together. The problem I have with that is that Toriyama created Mira and Toa. Like people forget this, but Dragon Ball Online was something that was created and written by Akira Toriyama. Now, obviously, he's put that to the side in favor of things like Super and Daima. But he did create the characters of Toa and Mira. Like, those are Toriyama creations. So this idea of like Glorio is Toriyama's version of Mira and Dr. Arenzu is Toriyama's version of Toa. It's like, no, Toa and Mira are Toriyama's versions of Toa and Mira. Like, what the hell? So I don't really buy that. The question is, like, does Toa actually exist in the main canon? Because she is Deborah's sister, and you would think that that would give her a claim to the throne. But we've not heard anything about her. So I don't know. And maybe we're going to find out later on that Toa and Mira actually are working in the background, and maybe they're actually the main villains. Like, maybe that's who Glorio's working for. Maybe he's not working for Dr. Arenzu. Maybe Glorio is working for Toa and Mira, which would be very interesting. Very interesting. I do think Goma is more powerful because then he seems in the very beginning. Supreme Kai said that Goma was very strong. No, I agree. I think Goma is stronger than what he appears. Because that's a common Toriyama trope. Remember, look at some of the most powerful villains in the Dragon Ball story. Frieza in his final form, compared to his previous forms, looks nowhere near as monstrous, yet that's his strongest form. Well, until we got to Dragon Ball Super, obviously. And then Kid Buu he's not the strongest Buu, but he's the most terrifying Buu because he's completely unchained. He's just chaos embodied, pretty much. So like Toriyama has this this trope of taking these smaller characters, less intimidating characters, but like making them uber powerful. So I don't doubt that Goma is powerful, but is he going to be the main villain? I think is another question. I think he could be the villain that Goku and the gang fights, and then like while they're fighting him, it's like, oh shit, real villain steps in. Real villain shows up. Oh, damn. You know, it could be kind of like how back in the Android Cell Saga, like back in the day, we thought that the androids were going to be the big bads. We thought the androids were the main villains. And then no, it turns out it's actually Cell. Cell is actually the main villain of that arc. So I think it could be something like that. Because to me, it's just like Goma seems a little too obvious. I do think they're going to fight Goma, but I think somebody else is going to be the villain. Could it be Toa? Could it be Mira? Could it be Dr. Arenzu? There is the rumor going around that there's a new version of Majin Buu that's going to come into play. Like maybe Dr. Arenzu is creating her own version of Majin Buu. There has been a rumor going on for like the past 4 months, even before Daima came out, that there's going to be a new version of Majin Buu. Could that be the case? Possibly. I mean, Toriyama has brought back Frieza. He did create a new version of Cell with Cell Max. Would it really be any surprise if he completed the trio by creating a new evil Buu? I don't think so. It wouldn't surprise me. Be kind of cool, actually. We'll see, though. But yeah, like Glorio's just mad sus. But ultimately, I think he's going to be the Han Solo of this story. I really do. I think he's going to be the Han Solo of this story. Now, I want to go back to actually. Let me just pull up an image of her. Oh wait, it's Pansy with a Y. My bad. Okay. So we do find out in this episode that Pansy is in fact a princess. Oh my God, here we go again with the Star Wars stuff. So we have Glorio, which may be our Han Solo character, and then we have a princess who has a very headstrong personality in the form of Pansy. Does that not sound like Princess Leia? That sounds like Princess Leia. So we have Han Solo with Glorio. We have Princess Leia with Pansy. I guess Goku, I guess Goku would be Luke Skywalker, maybe. And then, like, who's Obi-Wan? Is it Supreme Kai? Maybe he's Yoda. I don't know, man. You shall marry my daughter. I'm already married with. Oh yeah. So, and to be fair, like, let's be fair here. If Goku was actually younger, if he wasn't actually an adult in a kid's body, like, that people would be shipping Goku with Pansy. All right, they would, because here's the thing: they did kind of hit it off pretty good. They like, when I say hit it off, get your minds out of the gutter. When I say hit it off, I mean they clicked. Like, their personalities clicked very well. All right, and King Kadon is like, if you help me take down Goma, you can marry Pansy. And Goku's like, I'm going to stop you right there before Chris Hansen shows up, dog. I am an adult in a child's body. Like, I'm actually a grown-up, man. And King Ghidorah was like, oh, fuck. And then you saw Chris Hansen coming out from the shadows, and he's like, I'm Chris Hansen with NBC. Have a seat. It's like, shit. Kai is R2-D2. Actually, you know what? No. You know what? No. Supreme Kai is C-3PO. Supreme Kai is C-3PO because he's like been like kind of snarky this entire time. He might be C. Well, then again, no, C-3PO is kind of a dunce, if we're being honest. Supreme Kai like knows Glorio's up to something. I don't know who Supreme Kai would be. Maybe he's the Lando Calrissian of the group. I don't know. You play any Fortnite? I can say this affirmatively. I have never touched Fortnite in my life. I never understood the appeal of it. People shipped Goku and Bulma before Chi-Chi came to play. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, people definitely shipped Goku and Bulma before Chi-Chi came. And to be fair, there was some basis for it. It's not like it just came out of nowhere. There was some basis for the whole Goku Bulma thing back in the day. Because if you remember, Bulma seemed to, like, when Goku showed up at the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament and she saw him grown up for the first time, she was actually like taken aback, like, whoa, like, Goku's kind of hot now. It's like that's the impression she gave off. And like, there's even, and I think this might be filler, but there's like a scene in the Namek arc to where she's like thinking about Goku, and she even wonders if like she messed up choosing Yamcha over Goku. So there's some precedence. There is some precedence. There is some precedence there that for the Goku Bulma ship. And could it have worked? Like, would they have actually made a good couple? I think so. I think they would have made a good couple. And then let's not forget a couple of things. Number one, go back to, I forgot what episode it is, but it's in the OG Dragon Ball. It's on the OG Dragon Ball. It's the episode where I think it's like right before Goku climbs Korin Tower. Like when Goku meets Appa and Bora. Like during the whole mercenary Tao situation, there's a scene where Goku is asleep and he actually talks about Bulma in his sleep. And some people have said that's Goku having like a wet dream about Bulma, which is interesting. That's one interpretation of that. And also, let's not kid around here. Goku did tap that pussy first. Literally, Goku tapped that pussy first. Remember? Where's your balls, Bulma? So I'm just saying. Before Vegeta ever got to that, Goku tapped it first. Before Yamcha ever got to that, Goku tapped it first. I'm just saying. But yeah, like Goku and Bulma getting together, it could have happened. Definitely could have happened. Because they were like people don't think about it now, but if you go back in the day, like the main like girl and guy of Dragon Ball was Goku and Bulma. It wasn't Goku and Chi-Chi. It was Goku and Bulma. And what do we see in a lot of stories? The main guy and girl end up together. And it was Goku and Bulma. So again, not without precedence. And then Vegeta came along and changed it all. Well, she was already with Yamcha, but let's be honest here, that was never going to last. Really, you could say that Chi-Chi came along and changed it all because Goku had married Chi-Chi and it was over. Goku and Chi-Chi both have Japanese Southern style accents canonically. Yes. So Goku's family is meant to represent the Eastern style family. Like Goku's family represents the Eastern style family. Bulma's family represents the Western style family. And that's even true in their names because Goku's family names, his family's name is spoken in the Japanese arrangement, which is Son Goku, Son Chi-Chi, Son Gohan, Son Goten. So they use their family name first and then their individual names second, which is how you say things in Japan. So when you're in Japan, you use your family name first and then your individual name second, because your family's more important than you as an individual. Basically, that's basically what it is. Because they're a very clan-centered men. They have a very clan-centered culture, stemming back to the ancient days of Japan. However, in the West, obviously, it's your individual name first and your family name second. And we see that with Bulma's family because Bulma's family is Bulma Briefs, Dr. Briefs, Trunks Briefs. So they use their last name as their last name, like you see in the Western context. So yeah, Bulma's family is meant to be Toriyama's interpretation of the Western family. Goku's family is meant to be his interpretation of the Eastern family. But yeah, so Goku explains like, I appreciate it, sir. Not that your daughter isn't a pretty lady, but the thing is, I'm not really a kid. So that breaks all sorts of laws of man and nature and demons, I hope. Like, it's not going to happen, dude. I'm an adult in a kid's body. I've already got a wife. I already got kids, and they're stunned. And this goes along with King Kadon not being convinced that Goku's actually strong enough to take on Goma. So he puts Goku up to a test. And again, like this goes to show you that Glorio is sus because he lied. He said it was King Kadon that sent him. If King Kadon sent him to find Goku, well, then King Kadon would already know that Goku's uber powerful, that Goku beat Majin Buu, all this stuff. And he doesn't. Glorio knows that. Obviously, how does Glorio know this? Because he witnessed it in episode 1. He was spying around in the first demon world, watching the all the flashbacks of the Buu saga. All right, like, and why does this third demon world dude have access to the high tier illustrious first demon world? The dude is sus. Again, I think he's only going to be a good guy, but he's sus. He's very sus. He's very, 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 very sus. I don't know where the comment was, but Andrew said that Pansy is 80 years old in Demon Time. Yeah, she is, but that's still considered to be a child in the demon world. Like that's the thing. Like she's still a kid mentally. All right. So there is like, so King Kadon is not convinced that Goku's actually going to be able to do this. That Goku's actually going to be able to take on Goma. And he puts Goku up to a test. And let me see if I can find a good. That's somebody's thumbnail. I don't want to use that. Here we go. This is actually not a bad. Well, you know what? Let me just do this. Hold up. Daima episode 5 Super Saiyan. Could have a better image. This is excellent. All right, so Goku does briefly turn into a Super Saiyan when he fights off King Kadon's soldiers. So this is the test that he's put through. He has to fight King Kadon's soldiers, and obviously they are fodder. They are utter, absolute fodder compared to Son Goku. And there is a moment where they all gang up on him, and briefly he turns into a Super Saiyan. Now, here's the thing. There is a brief moment in this episode where Goku has the Super Saiyan aura, but he still has his base hair. He still has the black spiky hair instead of the golden super spiky hair, right? And a lot of people were speculating that this is the return of a non-canon form from the Lord Slug movie, that being false Super Saiyan. The other speculation that people were having is that this could be a form that was seen in the Otherworld filler arc. Of course, you guys will know that arc as the arc where Goku fought Pikkon, where they had the Otherworld tournament. And Goku in that filler is fighting Cell and Frieza and many of the other villains in Hell, and he like has like the Super Saiyan hairstyle, but it's not golden. It's just like the Super Saiyan design, the Super Saiyan hairstyle, but it's not golden. And a lot of people have said, well, this is Goku using the Super Saiyan power, but he's using it in base form, so he doesn't get the strain, the stamina drain, and the strain from a regular from the actual Super Saiyan form. And people have called this Super Saiyan power. All right, so let's go ahead and let's break this down. Let's go with each theory. All right, so false Super Saiyan. So let me go ahead and just debunk this right away. This is not false Super Saiyan because, number one, it doesn't look like false Super Saiyan. Yes, false Super Saiyan has like the golden aura, but it still has kind of not really black hair even. It's just kind of red tinted hair. It's not even red hair. It's black hair with like red highlights, I guess you would call it. But yeah, like this was like this version of Super Saiyan we saw in the Lord Slug movie. So this is not meant to be a form in and of itself. This is meant to be Super Saiyan, but the Lord Slug movie came out before Toriyama introduced Super Saiyan in the manga. So the anime team did not know what Super Saiyan actually looked like, and they were just guessing. This is what Toei's interpretation of Super Saiyan was before Toriyama actually introduced Super Saiyan. So false Super Saiyan is not really even a form in and of itself. It is meant to be Super Saiyan. It's just the interpretation that the anime team had of Super Saiyan before Toriyama actually introduced Super Saiyan. That's what it is. Because the movie came out before Super Saiyan was introduced in the manga. So that's what it is. All right. And this is not false Super Saiyan because, again, it really doesn't look like it. I know some people... I know some people have said it is, but like you're even seeing it here, like them bringing images when I search up false Super Saiyan. Like it's not false Super Saiyan. All right, so now let's look at the other form, which is Super Saiyan Power that we saw in the Otherworld filler. All right, Super Saiyan Power. So here we go. So Super Saiyan Power was the like the black-haired Goku with the Super Saiyan hairstyle and the golden aura that we saw in the Otherworld filler. All right. There is another reasonable explanation of this, guys. This is also meant to be Super Saiyan. Yo, Wizard, what's good, brother? How you doing? I'm feeling much better, Wizard. I'm going to be there on Wednesday for sure, my brother. Barring something crazy coming up, I will be there on Wednesday. I do apologize for not showing up last Wednesday, but I was really, really sick, and I didn't think I'd be good company. To be honest with you, I'd probably just drag the stream down. So I was like, let me just message him and tell him I can't. But so the thing is with this is there's a very good explanation as to why this exists. This is an anime. Oh shit, Wizard's sick. It's that time of year, man. It's that time. I got to get my flu shot. Yeah, man. Listen? Take care of yourself first. All right, take care of yourself first. Just let people since you have like a scheduled show, just let people know on your community tab or on Twitter. Just let people, or really both. Just let people know. So Super Saiyan power, to explain why this is not really a thing, even though people say it's a thing, it's not really a thing. This is an animation fuck up. This was an animation fuck up. Goku was supposed to be a Super Saiyan when he fought Frieza and Cell and the Ginyu Force and King Cold. When he fought all of them in Hell in the Otherworld tournament filler, he was supposed to be a regular ass Super Saiyan. But the animation team forgot to give him golden hair. So again, this is not meant to be some new form. It's not meant to be some form that's only seen in the anime. It's not a new form at all. It's an animation fuck up. They simply forgot to add golden hair. They were rushed because you have to remember, back in the day, anime was really, really rushed. And so they were like, all right, let's get this shit out. And you can even see here in this image, like there was a preview, like the previous episode had a preview of this next episode. And in that preview, Goku has his golden hair. It's just in the episode itself, he does not have the golden hair. So it's an animation fuck up. It's an animation fuck up. There is no such thing as Super Saiyan power. It is meant to be Super Saiyan. There is no such thing as false Super Saiyan. It's just meant to be Super Saiyan. So let's take it back to Daima, shall we? Let's go all the way back to Daima. So people are talking about that this is supposed to be false Super Saiyan, or this is supposed to be Super Saiyan power. Guys, all this is Goku powering down from his Super Saiyan form. He transformed into a Super Saiyan, and this is just him powering down back to his base form. That's it. That's all this was. That's all this ever was, man. That's all this ever was. People really and look, I get it. Like the concepts of a false Super Saiyan, like a Super Saiyan who like someone who's not quite at the strength threshold to become a Super Saiyan, but they start to get there, like a halfway Super Saiyan. I get it. It's a cool concept. It's a cool idea. The idea of Goku using the Super Saiyan power in his base form, it's a cool idea. Kind of has some roots in the Cell Saga training. I get that. But they're not real, guys. They're not real forms. And this is not Goku using Super Saiyan power or false Super Saiyan. This is Goku powering. He was a Super Saiyan, and now he's powering back down to base, and it's just meant to be a cool effect. Okay, that is it, man. I swear to God, it's not just Dragon Ball fans, but anime fans in general can take something and they can stretch it. Oh my God. I saved the Star Wars news new trilogy for you this week, so be ready. Oh, Wizard. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, I'm going to tear the House of Mouse a new one. Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you. I mean, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Thank you. But yeah, bro, like this is not false Super Saiyan. This is not Super Saiyan power. This is Goku just powering down from being a Super Saiyan back to his base form. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. All right. Stop going crazy, man. All right. Stop. Like, come on now. Come on now. All right. So Goku ends up beating Kadan's soldiers. Everybody's like, what? Nani? He's actually this powerful? It's like, yes. Yes. Witness the magnificence of Son Goku. All right. So now we move on to the very end of Dragon Ball Daima episode 5. And this will lead us into episode 6, which I'm going to watch after I'm done with this stream. And that is, let's see if I can find a good image. Oh, this ain't bad. So it turns out that they're going to go out on a quest for Dragon Balls. I know. Shocker. I can't believe it. I'm stunned. In a show called Dragon Ball, they're searching for Dragon Balls. What was a twist? But no, they are going to look for the Demon Realm Dragon Balls. Kadan says like it's not going to be easy. You got to face the Tamagami. It's not gonna be easy, dude. And Goku's like, I'm Son Goku, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I was born to fight. This is gonna be fun to me. What you call dangerous and challenging, I call playtime. Let's go. So Goku's looking forward to fighting these characters, these guardians. Cynic.
What's up, Bubba?
What you doing, bro?
I'm trying to figure out how to use stream elements. This thing's jank.
Stream Labs. There you go.
There we go. Oh, that's better.
It takes a little workaround. I'm not gonna lie, but for $9 a month,
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
It beats the hell out of StreamYards. Plus, I get all these custom backgrounds and stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I see that. There's a lot of stuff for like even guests too that I could do. Like,
yeah,
that's it's pretty nifty.
I had
ones that got remove cam, start video. It's got so many different like. Oh well, I figured I'd come in and just I was about to go on Dave's stream. I'd stop in and see how the Dragon Ball Daima was going.
Oh yeah. I swear to God, don't you do that Katie shit here. Don't you do that.
Daima? Is that it? Is that what I'm supposed to?
It's Daima.
Daima.
Not Diama.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to help Katie with her vernacular, with her way of speaking.
Her enunciation. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, her enunciation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not Diama. It's Daima.
Daima. Okay. My bad.
So
how's it going though? The dub or whatever.
Well, the dub I'm going to talk about in a separate video. This is just for episode 5.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, so far the series has been fire. Like when I get done doing this stream, I'm gonna go watch episode 6. I've not seen episode 6 yet. I've heard episode 6 is pretty crazy though.
Yeah, you know Katie doesn't like it though.
She doesn't like episode 6?
She doesn't like the series so far.
What?
That's what she said Saturday.
Why?
I don't know. I because I haven't watched it yet. I checked out, so I didn't get spoiled.
What the hell? Katie.
Yeah, you should have watched the stream.
I can't believe that's nuts.
She's a monster, I know.
That. Oh my God. You know what? She's dealing with enough shit right now. She's like sick as a dog right now.
Yeah, she just can't figure it out. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. She No, like apparently, like she had a bucket in bed with her or something. Like she's like really sick.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, she's been, under a lot of stress and stuff, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how many more episodes are they doing on this?
Actually, I have no idea. I don't think they gave
Are
an
they gonna do,
episode
like, a
count.
full 24, or are they just doing the, like, 8 or 10?
Oh no, I would assume it's going to be at least 20 something episodes because we're at episode 5. Well, I'm at episode 5. I'm about to go watch episode 6. But at episode 5, like the story really hasn't progressed all that much.
Okay.
Because basically, like they haven't they're not even close to fighting like the main villain or anything, or solving like the main conflict. They've just kind of solved one subplot at this point. So no, if they only did like 8 episodes or something, it would be super rush.
Yeah, but you never know nowadays, so that's why I was curious if you had heard anything.
Well, see, there's like so in the demon realm, which is like the main location for everything. They obviously have like the 3 demon worlds, and we're still in the 3rd demon world. Like we haven't even seen the 2nd one yet, and they've not gone to the 1st one. So there's like a lot of stuff that they have said they're going to cover, but they haven't got around to even starting to cover it yet. So I think this is going to go on for quite a while. You're muted.
I was gonna say, yeah, that means I can binge watch and catch up like I like to, because the the dub doesn't come out officially until what, the 29th?
Oh no, it's already out. I mean, well, the first 3 episodes are.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's gonna officially be simulcast, like, starting on the 29th, I think.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, because I think Netflix is getting it too.
Hold up. Let's see. Dragon Ball
Daima.
Daima English dub. Yeah, okay. So the English dub episodes 1, 2, and episodes 1, 2, and 3 premiered November 10th through the 12th.
Yeah, it starts streaming November 29th. Yeah.
Yeah, November 29th. Yeah. On Crunchyroll and Netflix. Fuck, I gotta start paying for Netflix again.
Yeah, but it'll be worth it. You can always cancel it. There's no contracts.
Yeah, that's true. That's usually what I do with my streaming services. I pay when I want to watch something, and then when I'm done, I cancel until
I mean, if
I'm
you
ready to
set your
pay
stuff
again.
up as an LLC, you can always write that off.
I don't even know how to begin to set my shit up as an LLC.
Go to a business attorney. It's pretty simple. The fees are very minor.
Really?
Couple $100, I think, like up to $500.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do I have to pay some kind of like? How does that work with taxes? Do I have to start paying some kind of business tax or what?
Well, yeah, you would have to start claiming your stuff, but with as much as you make, you'd be able to write probably 90% of the stuff off and end up getting money back on taxes. So, like, all
Really?
your gear, you can write off. All the streams that you do for Daima, and you need Netflix, yada yada, you can write that off. So
Really?
yeah. So like Dave, for example, has that BioShock game behind him because he
Mm-hmm.
presents it and he's doing a review on it. Well, guess what? Gets to take that off on his taxes.
Fascinating. You know what? You just gave your boy an idea.
How do you think these guys do those like breaking, like stress testing computers and iPhones and stuff? How do you think they afford that stuff?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I could be my own little company of one.
Yeah. No, you can exactly do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what you. I mean, that's what you got to do. You just set it up, do an LLC, and then go from there.
JeskerJames, small business owner.
Yeah, it's a dream, isn't it? Come true.
I'd be lying right now if my ego wasn't being stroked.
JJ Anime and Company.
Yeah. Yo, my ego is being stroked hardcore right now.
Ew, I need to wash my hands, I guess.
Yeah, you probably do. You might catch something.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it. You start a small business, then anything you do on here, like let's say you need to buy a Blu-ray to do a review on it because you promised. Whammo bammo, you get to write that off.
Oh, speaking of promises, have you seen this new thing on some people's streams? It's called a goal. Like you get
Yes,
like
I
a
saw that on One Guns, and then Katie had it Saturday, where you set a goal and whoever, however many like what are they like turquoise chats or whatever
yeah.
you set for your goal, then whatever the goal is for. Like we were gonna watch a Dragon Ball Z abridged Saturday night, and Katie forgot.
Yeah, I just recognized it on my own streams last week. I was like, what the hell is this? So I need to come up
Yeah,
with
you're fully
ideas.
monetized, right?
No, I have to hit 1,000 subs first, but I have like that halfway monetization where you get super chats and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes
channel
sense. Yeah.
memberships, but I can't get ad revenue yet.
Well, I know that you're not happy about the politics. We're not going to delve into it, but how do you feel about the no tax on tips and technically super chats? Guess what those are, Bubba?
Does that really qualify though?
Yep.
Like legally, does it
The
qualify?
paperwork, the stuff that I've read, it falls right under a tip. We'll see if they change it after, but by the time he gets it put in, it would take another, as well as I do, politics move so slow. It would probably take them a year to try to change that. So you at least
If
get a free year of
if he can
ducats.
change it, if he can change it.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. Even
If they can. I mean, he's gonna get that through. That was I feel like that's something they're really gonna push through. That's a
it
that's a personal opinion, You
well
never know in politics.
maybe. I mean he
But I
does
think
that.
he will because Kamala promised it too. You know what I
He,
mean? Like he's a spiteful
that's
fuck.
true.
He's gonna want to rub her nose in it.
That is true. That is true. And he does have the House and the Senate. I just wonder. Well, let me put it to you like this. I think the House will give him whatever he wants.
Yeah, Senate's the ones he's got to fight with because of the
Right.
well, who's over there? Mitch McConnell.
Well, no, he's leaving.
Well, he'll still be. Oh, he's leaving in January, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
No, he won't be the
Lindsey
Senate.
Graham, he's a senator, right? I always get him confused because Lindsey
Yeah.
Graham's also a never Trumper that gives him shit.
Yeah.
He always toes that Republican. He's a rhino, you know what I mean? And he toes that
I
line, but then
there's
behind
something we
closed
can
doors,
there's something we can agree on. I
I
do
hate
not
Lindsey.
like I do not like Lindsey
I
Graham.
done told you, man. Like I hate about 90% of the Republican senators and Congress. Period. Like I think most of them are rhinos. They just want to keep their lobbyists. And they want to keep their fucking money, and they want to keep their insider trading, and they want to use wedge issues. Um, but I feel like I know for a fact that I can reach out to my senators and my congressmen and at least get a response. So the Democrat ones I've written, I've just gotten one of those like, mass written letters. Thank you for your concern. So
Yeah. I mean there's something we can agree on. I do not like rhinos.
no, no, I can't stand them either, brother. They're snakes in the grass. But look, man, I wanted to stop by, make my inaugural appearance on your stream. I've
Oh
got
yeah,
to head
this
over
is
to
that's kind of
yeah.
crazy. This is the first time you've been on a stream.
Well,
Over
the
here, over
whole
here.
the whole stream elements thing is, labs, elements, whatever it is always like I've tried to use it before. It's a little wonky. And so I sat down, I had a couple extra minutes. I was like, I'm gonna figure it out, hammer it out. That way I can start coming on here with you, talk a little Daima, said it correctly. And me and you could discuss some politics civilly without people trying to, you know, dunk on each other.
Yeah, yeah. I'd like to get one gun in here as well to talk some
I don't
politics.
mind. I love talking politics with people that I'm against because I wouldn't say against a bad phrase. That we're I love talking opposing politics because that's how the future we're going to be able to hammer all this stuff out and figure out what the boomers have done to us and move forward.
Right. Oh, real quick before you go, since we are
Yeah.
talking about it, RFK. Do you what do you think he's going to do in healthcare?
Ugh, man, I've got a side eye on him. You know what I mean? You ever been out in public and you see somebody doing something sketchy, you don't want to look directly at them, but you give them that side eye and keep an eye on him. I've tentatively got an eye on him because I think he's a little too rah rah, global warming, a little too pseudosciency. But I
But
do
but but
like
but
his.
he's not going to be he's not going to be involved with the energy though.
That's the thing though. Like, who knows what he's going to try to do once he
I
gets in there?
here's
See
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
He's talked about this in the past, and if he's actually able to convince the Republicans to go along with it,
Yeah,
I'll give him credit. He's talked about doing a public option.
I'm fine with a public option, man. If we can do it right. The problem is with public options. The problem is with anything like that, brother, is penalizing people like me and you who are in good health.
I don't care.
Um,
I mean, that's
I
the
know
thing
you
though.
don't. I know you don't, right? And I get that. But I've got family. I've got, every dollar that goes into my pocket, I want to try to keep. And you
I
think we've already had this discussion before. You think more globally, where I think more locally. And
that
that's where we miss
that
each other. You know what I
that's
mean?
true. That's and I think you've got more of the Western philosophical mentality, where
Yeah.
I'm much more of the Eastern philosophical branch,
Yeah.
and
I
that
agree with
and
that.
and that philosophical branch does think on things on a much more communal level than an individual level.
Yeah, I used to think about it that way, man, but I got nowhere spinning my wheels trying to do any sort of change when I was really active in politics. So I personally, anecdotally, figured out local is what works for me, and you've just got to.
That's interesting. Like I know you got to go, but like sometime
Yeah,
we've got to have more an in-depth discussion, because I'm almost the inverse, because I used to be like hardcore, like
local and stuff.
like hardcore conservative
Yeah.
physical policies, laissez-faire
Hmm.
capitalism. I used to be hardcore into that stuff. And then
Yeah.
just in, like, I would say like the last 5 or 6 years, I've slowly changed completely.
Yeah. No, I get it, man, 100%. But anytime you want to set up a political stream, Jesker, I'm more than happy.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna head out.
it won't be on this channel. I've got a channel just for politics, but yeah.
You got my DMs, brother. Just slide into them, send me a link, let me know.
All right, take care, man.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
See you. All right. So, to wrap up the episode 5 review, I got to look up this character's name. Dag nabbit. It's because I have not watched this shit. I have not watched this shit in since it premiered like 2 weeks ago. I got to look up this character's name. What is this character's name? New character. Holy, I'm not leaving till I find his name. I am not leaving till I find this dude's. Fuck. What is his name? What is his name? Let me just look at the wiki. Fuck it. Here we go. Hibis. Yes, this dude. So he's like a soldier of a. Oh my god, these ads. This is why I hate the wikis, man. The ads. So he is like a servant. He is like a soldier for King Kadon, and he is going to go and pick up Vegeta, Bulma, and Piccolo, because we know that those characters are coming to the Demon Realm. So he's going to go and pick them up. Cool beans. So they're coming. They're on their way. They are on their way. Goku, Glorio, Shin, and Pansy, they head off in a new plane given to them by King Kadon. But Pansy brings in all this shit. She brings in all this stuff because, of course, she's a lady. She's got to bring her stuff. She's got to bring her toys. And the plane ends up crashing because it's weighed down with so much shit. So now they're kind of back to square one when it comes to travel. They're out of a plane again. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. So next episode, we'll pick up from that. That's going to wrap it up. Good episode. Now, here's the final thing I want to say about this when it comes to episode 5. Let me just go ahead and go back to the thumbnail real quick. Let me go back to the thumbnail. Because I do want to talk briefly about the English dub. So when I was watching the English dub in theaters, it was the first 3 episodes. And the thing is, like, I feel like the first 3 episodes were not enough. All right? Were not enough. And the reason why I say that is because episode 3 ends with Glorio getting his plane stolen by, like the demon barbarians, right? Like, that's where it ends. It ends on a cliffhanger. And then you leave the theater. And it's just, and again, obviously they can't show the whole fucking series. All right. Like, obviously. But I feel like this would have been a better episode to end on. First of all, it's episode 5. It's kind of like one of those nice, complete numbers. You know what I mean? It feels like a number of completion. Also, you're wrapping up one of the main subplots you've had since the beginning of the series, and that is they find King Kadan. So I kind of feel like this wraps up like the introduction of this series, the introduction of the demon realm. Like, now we have Goku and he's met the king of the 3rd demon world. Pansy's joined up. Like, I feel like episode 5 would feel more complete. So yeah, like I think that when it came to the Daima dub premiere, they probably should have just done the first 5 episodes instead of the first 3. Honest to God. But I'll talk more about the English dub premiere in a separate video coming out later this week. All right, guys. Appreciate Cynic for stopping by. Appreciate the chat. Oh, my God. Appreciate the chat. Andrew, Wizard, Failure, everybody that showed up in the chat. Appreciate Cynic for coming on, making his debut on the JeskerJames channel. But yeah, like that was episode 5. Good episode. Probably the best episode so far, in all honesty. Really good episode, man. Really good episode. I've heard episode 6 is crazy. Like, I've heard episode 6 is like really, 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 really good. So I'm going to go check that out right now. I'm going to go watch that tonight, and then we're going to review it tomorrow night. I will be going live tomorrow night to review episode 6, and we'll be caught up for episode 7 this Friday. And I'll review that either this Friday or I'll review it Saturday morning. Actually, no, I can't review it Saturday morning. I've got to work Saturday morning. Fuck. But I'll review it either Friday night or Saturday night. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 6 review of Daima. Until the next one, this is JeskerJames with the Z, and I am signing off.